I've just come back from lifting weights, so I'm going to put some plank footage later after I've done the voiceover. So you may not actually hear me talk about how today's session's actually gone, because I've lifted weights and now I'm going to go and do some planks after this. I've hit a new 1 rep max in my bench press today, which is 50 kg. In the past, my aim was to do 3 sets of 10 on 50 kg before I move up to do any extra heavier weight. But the other day I was trying to lift 45 kg, and at that time I found it quite a challenge. So the aim is to do 3 sets of 10 on 40 kg and then carry on lifting from there as a cue to move on to a heavier weight. The cue being doing 3 sets of 10 on 40 kg. I've now gained a new mindset as to that I'm going to use for achieving PRs, which is not only explaining what I want to do and perhaps how I want to do it, which in my case would be to do all of the reps and the sets unbroken, but also to be able to explain when I want to do it by. So in my case, I've thought about it after lifting weights, and my aim is to be able to do 3 sets, 10 reps unbroken for every single set on a 40 kg bench press. And I want to be able to do this by April this year. And seeing as today I've lifted a PR or 1 rep max or 50 kg on my bench, I think this is realistic and possible, seeing as I was able to start lifting on a 35 kg, and that's after doing some chest exercises before doing that 35 kg bench. So I think it's a realistic aim. I got this sort of mindset of someone that I see in the gym that works there as a personal trainer, and one of his aims was to be able to do a 100 kg bench press by June. And at the moment, or even today, I watched him hit a new 1 rep max, which was 92.5 kg, which was a 5 kilogram jump from his previous personal best of 87.5 kg. So that's where I got the mindset from, and I plan to implement it into my training to make it even clearer to myself what I want to achieve and when I want to achieve it by. I'm not sure if I said, but I haven't had this sort of way of thinking when it comes to my training, so I'm going to try it out and see how it works. I really believe that this is going to work because the aim is just so clear now. The aim to be able to do 3 sets, 10 reps, unbroken on 40 kg bench press by April. That aim is so clear because it explains what I want to do, how I want to do it, and when I want to do it by. And I didn't explain, but obviously I would want to be able to do it with proper form instead of just lifting and then one shoulder comes up much higher than the other. That's not how I want to do it. Of course, I want to be able to do it. Of course, the aim is to be able to do it with every single rep with proper form before moving on to a heavier weight. Even though I had help from that same guy that works as a personal trainer that I was talking about earlier to help me lift that new 1 rep max of 50 kg on my bench press, in my mind, it didn't really seem like I actually hit it when it comes to a gratification sort of perspective. Because when I hit PRs, in the past, at least once, I've thought about it and I had a massive smile on my face when walking back from the gym. But in this one, when I was in the gym and I was there speaking to him about lifting heavier weights, and after I'd hit that new 1 rep max of 50 kg, it wasn't like I actually did it when it comes to the feeling of hitting a new personal best. You'd think, yeah, that's it. I've done it. I've done it. I'm feeling happy I'm feeling happy, but I just didn't get that. I don't quite know why that is, but that's what I experienced at the time. Maybe it's because I just didn't appreciate the fact that I actually did it. Even because there was someone there helping me, or at least that was there to assist. He said he said he didn't help me at all, and his fingers were just there in case it goes back, in case the barbell goes back. And he said that he didn't help me. But it was, even still, I didn't get that same feeling of gratification that I have got in the past from lifting that heavier weight. For example, when I lifted a heavier weight on a downward cable fly for my upper chest, I was able to think of that with a smile on my face when I actually took the time to appreciate the fact that I hit a PR. But for this one, I didn't as much immediately after it happened, because the guy was there and I thought, well, he was there and he was lifting the weight up with me, so it wasn't like I did it all by myself. But slowly and surely I'll get to that point where that actually happens. And the aim is to be able to do 40 kg by April. And then from there, I'll make a new aim after I hit that 40 kg bench press, 3 sets of 10 reps unbroken by April. If I hit it earlier than that, that's cool. But at least I have some sort of way to track it in terms it being progress. I have some way to track where I've set myself to be and where I actually am when it comes to the weightlifting, which is a sort of mindset that actually I can use in every other area of my life, to be able to say, all right, I want this is how I want to do it, and I want to achieve this by X month and Y year. There's a new concept that I'm currently making at the moment, which which I'll speak about sooner or later one of these days when it's less drafted and more finalized. But at the moment, I've only started thinking about it yesterday, and I've started thinking about it more today. But I think it's going to take quite a while to be able to finish the idea, because it's very new in my mind at the moment. So I'm going to give myself quite some more time to be able to do this. But it will be coming out, I don't know when, but it will come out eventually. I've just done some more thinking after doing the voiceovers that you've heard before this one, and instead of calling this title What and When, I've actually decided to go even deeper and call it What, How, Why and When. My what in this specific context is what I've been talking about throughout this entire video, which is to be able to do 3 sets of 10 reps, 40 kg on the bench press. My how is to be able to do it with unbroken form and by myself instead of with the help of a personal trainer, because there's also a mental effect playing in there, because mentally you can think, like how I did, that person is actually helping you lift, but when there's no one there, you know that it's just all you. My why in this context is to be able to further progress in my weightlifting journey, because I'm done lifting small, and also to be able to put on some size because I'm done looking small. Hence the channel banner at this point in time, which is no more looking small. I'm saying what the channel banner is because at this point in time, yeah, that is what it is, but it may change for whatever reason, which it may not, but it may do. Hence, I'm saying what it is now, so is so that it makes sense when people watch this in the future and my banner has changed. That whoever's watching this could also be me in the future too. And in this context, my when is to be able to do all of that along with the reasons why by April this year, which I think is more than realistic because I lifted 6 reps on 35 kg to start with, and that was after doing chest exercises beforehand and tricep ones too, which is important because you're not only using your chest when you bench press, you also use your triceps. Depending on how you hold the bar, you use more you engage your chest more or your triceps more. If you're holding the bar closer to your sides, then I think that's how you use your triceps more. But if you hold it wider, then you use your chest more. But I may be wrong. Then again, I can always try it out and make sure that what I'm saying is actually correct. But I genuinely think that is the case. I personally have my what, how, why, and when. And you can also ask yourself the same thing, you being the audience. And also myself in the future watching, if there's anything else other than this bench press that I'm really thinking of at the time. What is your what? What are you doing to try and improve your life? How do you aim to do that? Most importantly of all, why do you want to do that? What is your reason? For example, you could go through exercise. What is your reason for doing that? And then finally, when do you aim to achieve the aim that you've set yourself? Because you can have all of this what, how, why, and when, but you may not actually focus on it as much as you could be if you don't set a specific time as to when you want to achieve your aim by. But for now, that is it. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you've taken something from this. You being the audience, and also myself in the future. Maybe you could take something from this as well, my future self. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. As I've said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.